Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to the channel. We are here today to do some more PlayStation VR2 news. We're gonna talk about new games announcements for PlayStation VR2 and some information about upcoming games. If somebody wonders where I was past last few days, I just took a few days off to recharge the batteries. As I was working two jobs at once, so now I started a new job fully, so that's alright. Okay, so we're beginning from new game announcement, and this is coming from Team 17, of course, best known for the Worms series. But it's not Worms what's coming, it's Border Bots. So, they're saying, we're delighted to announce Border Bots VR, a single-player VR simulation puzzle game with paw print games in associations with V-Time games. A light-hearted take on a robot-led future, coming soon to PlayStation VR2, Steam VR and Meta Quest 2. So this is the Steam page, graphically looking nice. This is a game that I'm gonna come back to give you a bit of a history of this game. So as you can see, there's some robots. This shows nicely. The robot gives you its details and you stamp in it. So if somebody ever played a cult classic called Papers, Please, which was the first games, maybe one of the first games, challenge players with very difficult choices. And also timing of them choices, maybe, let's say that. This is done in line with this game, you know, it's heavily inspired by it. Now, Border Bots is actually the game that was in the development for, I don't know, 5 years, maybe more, I can't remember. It's coming from the developer Paw Print Games, I'm just showing you some screenshots. Now, Paw Print Games, this is the same studio that brought you Bloody Zombies in past on PlayStation VR1, one of the first and still only maybe PlayStation VR2 brawlers in the, let's say, Double Dragon, that comes to mind the best once I'm talking on the Bloody Zombies. So it used to be called Border Patrol, it was in early access on PC, it was, the developer pulled it out because he couldn't fund it by himself. He was looking past for the publisher, and now looks like they found it. Now V-Time, of course, it was the social. Okay, they just go. Well, they used to do V-Time, which was like a social applications when you could just chill out with people. If I'm thinking about the same company. So yeah, and that's Paw Print Games. So that's the Bloody Zombies. How cool it was. Okay, so that's the Border Patrol. It's still got demo? No, it's out. Okay, I still could download Border Patrol demo. I didn't even knew. So yeah, as you can see, it looks a bit similar, but of course the Border Bots got improved graphics. So yeah, looking forward to playing that one, and if you liked Papers, Please in past, then you're gonna be pleased with that one. Okay, we're moving on to VVRSO Bare Knuckle Fighting. The developers show us some new footage from the game, and this is motion capture. They're saying today we'll be showing off the quality of the motion capture on our in-game characters. Bear in mind, it's still a work in progress, but we're pretty proud of how things are shaping up. So basically they want to do this knuckle fighting game with very realistic graphics. This is captured from Twitter, so keep in mind the resolution might be a bit lower and blurrier. But let's play it. So this is the characters, animations, and yeah, pretty cool. I think, you know, just a bit of work on this left shoulder and it's be just fine. But yeah, looking great. Actually, yeah, just looking so nice. So that's one of opponents. They went, I think they're using Unreal Engine 5, if I'm not wrong, so maybe they're using MetaHumans. But yeah, characters, they go in for the realistic graphics approach. If you look around, I know they got the stationary camera, but the action takes place in like abundant locations, which was done using photogrammetry. And photogrammetry, of course, gives you these photorealistic results because they 3D scan the environments. Maybe all they need to do is add some materials to the metals so they shine better with the light, but I don't know, it's still work in progress. I know a lot of games with photogrammetry, they just go for this straight on scan without adding the materials, which shows, so adding the materials to like windows and posts, you know, and metals, let's say, would be great and would. But we see, it still looks amazing. This is probably, this might be, I don't know, Quest capture is looking beautiful on Quest, so yeah, it's gonna look great on PlayStation VR2. Now, let's move on to the another cool game I want to talk about, and this is one of the developers of Crisis Brigade, which used to be called, of course, Crisis Brigade. Crisis Brigade 2 in PSVR 2, ready, expected on September, stay tuned. So the game coming in September. Crisis Brigade is very cool light gun shooters. The one and the only one, I think, apart from Blood and Truth, what brings you to these days of light gun shooter glory. Of course, this Headshot Fever, Zombieland tried to do it. I didn't give it best review because of the, let's say, not being so virtual reality like game. But Crisis Brigade, yeah, you get in the cover, you're running around, you're sweating a lot in this game because it's very difficult. Tons of unlocks, some great game modes, so I will be looking forward to play that one on PlayStation VR2. I've had it on PC and I loved it. I've had it on Quest and I played it. PSVR1, I played it as well. But I think the PSVR1 version was, I just played it for review or gameplay video. I can't remember now. Of course, smooth controllers, they wasn't as good as other controllers back in the day. Now, when it comes to the pricing of the game, this person here asked, is there an upgrade charge? And the developer answered, we're working on it. In theory, if you have the game in PSVR, you will get it on PSVR 2 for free. So, looks like it's gonna be a free upgrade path, but they say in theory, so we don't know that just yet. We're gonna have to wait and see. And now let's move on to something very interesting, which is this dude, Takashi Michizuki. So this is the dude who in past put some reports about PS5 selling poorly, what Sony have to go and say, no, it's not true. And also about PSVR 2 when he said that it's only sold 275,000 units when in fact it outsold PSVR 1 and sold 600 units within the launch window. So he always been wrong about everything, and I just was thinking I'm gonna bring it up because here we go again. According to David Gibson, who attended Square Enix analyst briefing, the company was hoping for more sales on Final Fantasy XVI. And of course the dude, he deleted his tweet because he's been misquoted probably, but he replied to this dude, to this Takahashi Michizuki. He works for Bloomberg and always hates on PS5 and PSVR 2. I don't know why. He said, and this is the, this is him, David Gibson, who correct him, who's been brought up in the tweet, and he says, hope was not the right word, sorry. The results were in the range of their expectation. Feel the penetration of PS5 performance was quite good, as they said before when announcing the 3 million number. So once again, same dude spreading some bad info about the PS5. I was thinking I bring it up because I found it now quite funny. So now I'm gonna leave you with the VR Rock. If you buy yourself VR prescription lenses, if you go to VVRSO.com and order them from down there, you can order just normal one with the light filters or whatever, or you can use your prescription and have it like that, attach it to your headset, and then you can have them, instead of glasses, so they protect your lenses as well. If you buy in yourself some, if you go to VVRSO.com and type code PAULVR, you get 10% off. Of course, they will work with the eye tracking, they won't block it at all. So if you want it, go to VVRSO.com, PAULVR at the checkout, and you get it at 10% off, and all the other stuff from website, but of course the link is in the description. And also, big shout out to all the patrons who are scrolling down there in the background. Thank you very much for your support. I super appreciate it. If you want to become a patron, go to patreon.com/PolishPolVR. And down there, from just $1, you can get yourself hands-on on some behind-the-scenes footage and also some behind-the-scenes posts and stuff what I get up to maybe when I'm not always doing YouTube, just some of my real life stuff. And of course stay tuned to the channel for all the latest PSVR2 news, reviews, gameplays, playthroughs and everything else about your upcoming games. And for now from me, that's it. Bye 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 bye.